somebody just like shouted and I was just like, okay. Welcome back to the channel. My name is RB. I'm a poet and an author, and in today's video we're talking about books that I am going to be reading in the month of September, or hoping to fit into my September reads. But like, if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen, you know what I'm saying? It's been such a hectic, busy like couple of weeks. Just like the end of August coming into September has been like extremely busy, and I've just been trying to like keep up with like the YouTube. I think I lagged on like one of the weeks where I only gave you guys one video instead of two, but like, you know, I'm currently working on a new book that's finished. I can't even say I'm working on it, but it's finished. So we're working on releasing that book in October, sometime in mid-October, mid-October there. And it's going to be exclusively available on Kindle Unlimited first, and then everywhere else after that. But yeah, I will name drop the title of the book on my social media, so please make sure to follow me on all my social medias, especially Instagram, then on my Facebook page, and then on my Twitter, and just let you guys know what's the name of the book and when it's dropping. And you know, I really can't wait to get this project into your hands because I've been working so hard on it and it's been such a long time coming. And it's new poetry, and I think I've kind of given you one poem to just kind of give you like a taste of what's coming. Right now we're just trying to like finalize the final details of the cover and how I really want the layout of everything to look like. But I'm super excited to be sharing this with you guys, and I can't wait until you guys have this in your hands. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the books that I'm currently reading, and right now what I'm reading is this book by Francine Rivers called Redeeming Love. I don't know why I almost had a stroke there, like, okay. So Redeeming Love is a book by Francine Rivers, and I've been reading it for a while now, and without giving you guys a spoiler, I have really been enjoying this book, and it has been such a little quirky and fun read. And I remember talking to my mom about it all the time whenever I'm like at a particular chapter, and I'm just like telling her how funny everything is. It is one of those books that I relate to because it has a lot of Christian influences, and so I, you know, tend to understand exactly where certain things come from. Without giving too much away, the book is about this young girl who we first meet as Sarah, but her name changes into Angel as the story progresses, and she basically gets sold into prostitution by her, I'm gonna call her stepdad, and it's just basically about her journey, and then finding this farmer guy, this Christian farmer guy, who is told by God that this is your wife. And it's obviously inspired by the Christian storybook of the prophet Hosea, who was basically kind of told to do the same thing. I've been really enjoying this book, and I can't wait to finish it. I'm not finished with it yet, which is just horrific because I've been reading it for like since September 1st. But yeah, I'm almost finished with it, and then after I'm done with it, I'm just like... Next book that I will be reading after Redeeming Love is called The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This book was recommended to me by one of my Twitter followers, and I think I had asked specifically for fiction books that everybody's reading, and there's been a lot of like comments that I should read this book, so everybody is like super excited about. And what I understand from what I've read so far about it is that it is basically the story of this retired, I think he's an actor or Hollywood star, who's basically talking about their life in Hollywood. And so I'm really excited for this book because I'm expecting a lot of like tea and drama and like maybe a tad bit of murder. Like, I'm expecting a lot of like nonsense to occur in this book, and just given that everybody who's read it so far, everybody who's been in my face about it, who's read it so far, has really been like, oh my gosh, it's such a great read, you totally get your hands on it. I am very excited about it, and so I'm probably going to like binge read this book if it is that good, provided that like uni isn't like kicking my ass. But yeah, so far I think we've established that I am very focused on reading fiction this month. And after talking about the last couple books that I was talking about, wait, just hold on a quick second. This camera has been playing with my emotions the whole time, and I'm just like holding it in because I want to cry. But anyway, it's okay. Whew. So the next book that I'm hoping to fit into September is this book by Paulo Coelho called By the River Pedra, I Sat Down and Cried. Now this is also a classic book that I have been willing to read for the longest time, but life, and is, I think, one of the only Paulo Coelho books that I haven't read. I really enjoy Paulo Coelho's work, and my favorite book of his is Veronica Decides to Die, which I read when I was very young, and I shouldn't have done that, but I did. And then I reread it a couple years later, and I even reread it this year, and I just relived just how much I love that book. I can never get sick of it, and he has just never let me down. And if you've read The Alchemist, which is I think one of the most well-known books of his, you know what I'm talking about. Paulo is very talented in the way that he structures his novels and tells his stories, and I like the fact that his stories often venture out into spirituality and God and talk about those type of topics. So that's kind of the same story or same expectation that I have for this book. It is also somewhat of a romance novel that follows basically this rekindling flame of these two childhood friends, and who eventually are also lovers. I'm not really sure, but we'll find out when we get there. I'm really excited because, like I said, I love Paulo Coelho books, and he's just a fave. He's a fave. So if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for joining me. I cannot wait, like I said, to give you guys the new book that's coming. So if you are wanting to see that when it does, please follow me on my Instagram or my Twitter. The handle should be on your screen right now. And yeah, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and click on something else to watch. Check out my poetry. My name is RB Gono. Thank you for joining me. Bye.